What is up, guys? Mr. Lee Rem here. Welcome back to episode number 9 of the World Domination series. We've gone a little bit further. We are actually at the end of the season. I did go to record the halfway stage, but there was a bit of an issue, so I just thought I'd skip on to the end of the season. So there's a few things to go through. First off is transfers or lack of transfers coming in, really. As you can see, there's actually none. At the end before the update, is what I was going to say. We lost Daniel French, John Ashworth, Alex Russo, and Julian Cowley. The only ones really of any note that I lost there was actually Alex Russo. But that was fine. I've got so many players; it's actually mental at the moment due to the youth intake. And then this season, we lost Thomas Harrison, Trent Lucas, and actually Chris Thomas to Beru. Um, but to be quite honest, we have not missed them very much. There's no staff changes or anything like that, and there probably won't be, to be honest. But let's get straight into. Let's have a look at the finances first. We have 14,000. We're doing pretty well. We'll get straight into the schedule now and have a look at the fixtures. As you can see, it's gone very well. We are we've only lost one game, and that was a bit of an annoying one. Our first game was a 4-1 win at home to BTC. We actually were 1-0 down in this one. Reese Rutherford actually put us 1-0 down in the 45th minute. We then actually came back, or bounced back really. Marcus Frank scoring two. He's now taking up the mantle after losing Thomas. He scored two goals. That, along as Robert Hayward and Steve Armstrong scoring as well to give us a 4-1 win. We lost the next game, which is our only defeat of the season so far. A Michael O'Connor penalty in the 4th minute actually put us 1-0 down. We actually then equalised through Marcus Frank again, just on the hour mark. Alex Martin put them 2-1 up just 5 minutes later, but we thought we'd salvage a point with Brad Parkin scoring in the 91st minute. But just 3 minutes later, Michael Graham scored again in the 94th minute to give them the win. We then went on a big run. We beat Banaba 3-2. It was 0-0 at half time, but then Marcus Frank started to run the show. He actually put us 1-0 up in the 64th minute. But this was an actual mental 15 minutes, as you can see. We were 1-0 up then. We then went 2-0 up just 8 minutes later. Marcus Frank scoring again. But Matt Evans pulled one back for Banaba from the penalty spot just 2 minutes later. 2 minutes after that, Marcus Frank completed his hat trick and a 12-minute hat trick to make it 3-1. But Jacob Cooper made it a little bit of a close run thing, scoring in the 79th minute, but we ended up winning 3-2. We then played BTC for a second time and won 3-2 again. This one we actually bounced back from being 2-0 down at half time. Thomas Harrison, and that is Thomas Harrison that we left us, scored in the 31st minute. Dylan Graham, just 2 minutes later, made it 2-0, and we were 2-0 down at half time. But Steve Armstrong in the 63rd minute made it 2-1, and then Marcus Frank stepped up again, scored two goals in 5 minutes, the 71st and 76th minute, to give us a 3-2 win. We then played Banaba again. This was the halfway stage game, and we won 3-1. Joshua Chalmers in the 45th minute, made it 1-0 at half time. Brad Parkin actually then doubled our lead just 6 minutes into the second half from the penalty spot. And then with 20 minutes to go, Marcus Frank scored again to make it 3-0. Jordan Gibson did pull one back with 2 minutes to go, but it's too little, too late, and we made it 3 wins in a row. We then made it 4 wins in a row by beating Minor. Marcus Frank putting us 1-0 up in just 60 seconds, and that's how it stayed all the way till the 80th minute, where he doubled his tally and the lead to make it 2-0. George Nilsson actually made it 2-1 just 2 minutes later, but we held on to make it 4 wins in a row. We then made it 5 in a row by getting revenge on Timer, a Robert Hayward goal in the 14th minute, giving us the lead. Brad Parkin did miss a penalty, but thankfully it didn't cost us too much. We then beat Tamana 2-0 away. Brad Parkin in the 6th minute made it 1-0. He then finally scored a penalty just before the half-hour mark to make it 2-0, and we ran out 2-0 winners. And then the last game, which was minor again, we beat them 3-2. We actually were 2-0 down. Michael Mulkiff, I think he's saying, in the 42nd minute. Then Thomas Parker in the 45th minute made it 2-0. We actually had a goal disallowed just before their goal as well, which was even more frustrating. But then Joshua Chalmers goal in the 74th minute made it 2-1. Robert Hayward then equalised for us for 4 minutes from time, but gave enough time for Sebastian Watt, to make it 3-2 in the 90th minute, and we held on to win our 7th game in a row. So this is how the table looks. As you can see, we have qualified. We are miles in front of second. We've got the final game today. This is how the actual table looks. So we have Maracay and Aranuka from the Group A going through a bang, and the Holders nicking out, making it through from Group B. I'm the only one through from Group C at the moment. And then we've got Korea and Utan from Group D. So we are into the playoffs. So there's another good reason to have just this one episode for the league, because then I can do the other. I can hopefully do 3 more from the playoffs. But what we'll do is we'll get straight into this game. Oh, great. Matt Perkins injured. Lovely. Frank is already goal scorer with 11 goals, as you expect, but he hasn't scored for a while, which is a little bit disappointing. We'll bring Curtis in to replace Parkin. Our under 21s again, I believe, have actually qualified for the play. I actually have to check it because I'm not too sure, but they were top last I checked. I think I would say that it would take quite a bit of time for them to mess it up, but I think that was uh, games were all over the place, so they were actually not far behind. They were a bit further in front. But yeah, let's get this game going. Let's get ourselves sorted for the playoffs. Oh, there we go. So it's a goal kick for Timana. I think they already won the first one. I think McLaughlin on the ball. It's cleared down, but it's controlled by Chalmers, who plays it into Cook. Nice and cool there from our centre back. Onto Hayward, who runs at the defence. Armstrong. Oh, he hits it and it's just over. I thought he was going to play in for the left winger, which is Curtis. But he didn't. But nice to get on the front foot a little bit first. Obviously, a little bit of a dead rubber, to be honest. Consider I don't think it really does anything for seeding, like winning the group or anything like that. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. But it'd be nice just to keep the confidence going with a win going into the actual playoffs. Chalmers with the throw into Armstrong. Plays it back into Chalmers. Poor ball to Cook, but it's intercepted by West. Ellis runs. He plays it in, and Marcus Frank, if he's onside, which he is, makes it 1-0. It's his first goal in a couple of games, so nice of him to step up a little bit. Hopefully we can carry that on, but we've got a kickoff highlight, which is always worrying. Gibson on the ball. Can we step in? Doesn't look like it. Ball over the top to Thompson. It's cut back. It's played in, and it's a penalty. Oh, what are we doing? Straight from kickoff as well. And that is Bork stepping up, and he scores. That is Bork, Lachlan Bork. Disappointing to concede a penalty just after going 1-0 up as well. Bork with a free kick. That's a different free kick. Played out wide, back in. Can we step in? We do. Frank is on the ball. He's got no help. So he's going to have to hold it up a little bit, which he does. Back to Day, into Cook. Can he play in? Hayward, he does. Hayward hits the post. He had a really good chance. Now they're breaking. Can we stop them? What should... Oh, they should... To be honest, both of us should have scored those chances. But it looks like we're going in. We were going into halftime with 1-1. We get straight into it because we're playing okay in the moment. But I think the games come around pretty quickly as well. The the two legs, which are a little bit annoying. I think they're Wednesday and Saturday, I believe, or they should be, but they're not quite. Ball over the top. Ward is on it to Watts. Today, out to Curtis, who finds some space. Into Armstrong, straight over the top for a free Frank, and he puts it over the bar. Should be 3-2. Well, 3-1. Wouldn't be 3-2 because we obviously they wouldn't have had that chance if we had scored. But yeah, it's not doing too badly. Still dealing with the throw in to Dennis. Careful with the tackles. Pushing them back. Hits over the top. Half an hour to go. We'll make some changes. I don't know how quickly the actual turnaround is for what do you call it, for the playoffs. Actually, it might not be too quick. Obviously, 'cause we've still got 2 games in our division to play. I'm not sure about the others, to be honest. No, we can't. Oh, Hayward's poor ball inside. Can we step up again to nick the ball like we did for the goal? No, looks like Thompson's getting down the wing. Plays it inside. It's a first time hit by Bork again into the bottom corner. Go positive for the last 15 minutes. No. Baker down the left. Thompson. I don't know why our defender didn't do anything there. It's back to Baker and to Clark, I think that is. Over the top. They win the header and it's 3-1. A Lachlan Bork hat trick. That's frustrating. This game is frustrating, to be quite honest. Oh, corner to him. Dennis swings it over. We clear it. It's back out to Castle. I think I may have called him Clark earlier. And it's in. And, oh, okay. Not sure why the keeper's not gathering that because that was a pretty weak shot. Thompson to Dennis. Swings the ball over. We clear the header. We're getting absolutely pummeled here. I don't even know how you say that. Ball over the top. And it's 4-1. Lachlan Bork again. Go to positive and they've scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. 5 minutes. But 3 goals in 9 minutes out of absolute nowhere. Keepers having a merit. They've 4 shots on target and they scored all 4. And yeah, I don't know where the hell that's come from. We had 7 wins in a row and then we have a performance like that. So yeah, I don't really know what the hell's happened there. But what we'll do is, how many games are actually left? Done. So it's just 2 games in our division or in our group. So what I'll do is we'll do those just to see who we get in the final. So Bernabba need to beat BTC to go through. So see if they do that. They draw 1-1, so it's actually Tamana. Something I'm going to check. Yeah, so I think the 2 teams have actually won previous seasons. No, I thought Tamana come from Group C, but I think we lost to them. So they're through. So let's have a look. Oh, £4,000. That's nice. So who are we going to get? We have Utan again in the quarter final. And that first game is in 8 days' time. So that is it, guys. We are through to the playoffs. Just see. Oh, wow. Okay, so 2 games are actually done before we even play ours. First leg. But yeah, that is it for this episode, guys. We are through to the playoffs. Very bad ending to that to the season there with the absolute tanking, to be quite frank. But we've had a good enough season to get through. We have Utan in. I don't think I'm saying that right. Utan in the quarterfinals. We start. Is it away first? Yeah, we are away first. So we will be back for the next episode where we play both legs. We'll play that. We'll do that all the way through. But yeah, that is it for this episode, guys. As I said, a poor episode. but we were already through, so it didn't really make much difference. But leave some likes, see some comments, and subscribe. And until next time, when we are in the quarterfinals of the playoffs, until then, let's all take it steady.